Hi again. Okay, so hopefully you watched the first video on properties of a rhombus. We are now going to apply those properties to lots of different examples. I know that we may not have made a video like this up for parallelograms, so I'm thinking maybe I'll work through some problems with you for rhombuses and maybe it'll kind of help you see how to get some of these answers. Okay, let's begin. This is the second handout. It's also available for you to print out in one of the blocks above this video. If you didn't print it out, I get it, but maybe occasionally you could pause along the way and copy the problem and give it a try. Okay. So here's number one. What we're going to do is also just know for all of these problems, they're rhombuses, which means we can just kind of know that all of these properties are going to apply. So measure of angle 1. I already know 4 is 90 degrees. If this is 68, so is this, and so is this, and so is this. So 2 and 3 are both 68 degrees. Now I have to get to angle 1, so now I can look at this little triangle on the top left. That's 90, that's 68, and that is the rest of that triangle. Let's figure out what that means. So I have my 180, I'm going to subtract away 90 and 68, it's leaving me with 22. Yes, is 22. Good work. Moving on to number 2. 54. Well, this little bitty's 54, so is he, and so is he, and so is he. So angles 2 and 3 are 54 degrees. So now that I have 54 in each of these spots, I'm going to look at one of these triangles, which is, by the way, 180 degrees. And I can know that my 180 degree triangle, when I subtract away 54 and 54, minus 54 minus 54, leaves me with 72. 72 is this angle here. The other way I could do this is I could know that this entire angle on top is 108. These two guys here are supplementary. They are consecutive interior angles when it comes to parallel lines, but yes, these guys here are supplementary. Last guy. Okay, well, rhombus, I'm going to put that block right in the middle, so now I know that, let's see, I got measure of angle 1, measure of angle 2, we said it's 90, or we're going to. And then we have 4. Okay, so if this is 49, well then so is 4. That guy's 49, this is 49, this is 49. So I've got a lot of the angles done so far. The only ones I don't have are these other little guys, and all 4 of those are the same. It doesn't matter which triangle you use to find any of these little guys. Maybe I'll use this one, and I'll say that 180 minus 90 minus 49 is 41. And all of these little bitties are 41 degrees. These guys here, supplementary. X is 95. These two, oh, well, they're even marked the same, so let's do this. So 3m is equal to m plus 12 minus m. Looks like m equals 6. Moving on down here. See that it up. PMN. PMN. That's this entire angle here. That whole thing is 110. Let's remember things that we know about a rhombus. So writing it down. Look at this example. In a rhombus, the diagonal cut that angle in half. These two guys are the same. So when I come up here, these two guys are the same. So that's 5x. So at this point, I could say 5x plus 5x, which is 10x, is equal to 110. The other thing I could have done was taken this 110 and I could have split it in half, and each of them is 55 degrees. And 55 equals 5x, and you can divide and you can get 11 that way. Okay, this guy over here. Again, we know that these little bitties next to each other here because the diagonal cuts this angle in half. It bisects the opposite angles. So I know that these angles are equal to each other. X equals 12 when you subtract 3x from both sides. Solve for x and y. Okay, let's have at it. This, Algebra 1 fans, is a system of equations. Let's see, this diagonal here tells me that x is equal to 2y. This is also a pretty simple parallelogram problem. So this is equal to this. Now I also have these guys equal to each other. So I have 5x minus 180 equals 4y. Since I know that x is equal to 2y, I'll plug that in for x. So that's 5 times x, so that's 5 times 2y, which is 10y. Minus 180 is equal to 4y. At this point, I'm going to bring my 4y over here, subtract it, that's 6y. Add the 180 to the other side to make it positive, and I'm going to divide by 6. 180 divided by 6, y equals 30. If y is 30, well that means this angle here is 60, as is this one. Remember, these guys are supplementary, so that angle has to be 120. So 120 is equal to 4, oops, you see what I did there? I plugged it in for x. I was wrong. Cut to the chase, x is equal to 60. Sorry about that. I'm in outer space, and I'm not redoing this video. I've done that 100 times already. Okay, here we go. These opposite sides are equal to each other. Well, not only are the opposite sides equal to each other, the ones next to each other are also equal to each other because we have a rhombus. So we're just going to see which ones. Turns out the opposite ones are easier to write an equation for. So there's my 4x is equal to 3x plus 5. X is equal to 5. And then I'm going to go this way here. And for these guys here, let's see. 2y minus 1 is equal to y plus 3, and y is equal to 4. If I plug in 4, that's 7. Plug in 4, so that's 8 minus 1, that's 7. If I plug in 5, that's 20. What kind of a handout is this? This ain't no rhombus. Plug this in here, that's 20. Well, guess what? This one doesn't work. It's not a rhombus. Okay, so let's flip over. Okay. Remember, at any time now, you can pause and you can work on this yourself. 38 means all of these angles are 38. 38, 38. Now if I'm going to find angle 2 in here, I have my triangle, and I know that I have my total of 180, and I'm going to subtract away both of these 38s, 104. And the opposite angles are equal to each other. In the center here, all of these guys, 90 degrees. So 1 is 90. Let's find the rest of them. Well, if this is 25, so is this. So is 4. And this angle over here. So this triangle is 90 and 25 in blank, but we can use our calculator. 65. And we'll remember that all of these little bitties are also 65. So 3 is 65 degrees. This guy over here, 73. So they don't tell us about this. I'm going to tell you 2 ways that we can get those. We have to know, first of all, that it's a rhombus, and they are rhombuses. So now, if this is 73, then its little friend over here, the angle right next to it, is 180. Minus 73. That's 107. And we know that all of these angles divided by 2 are cut in half. So each of these guys is 53.5. The other way that we can kind of consider this problem is that, well, it is a rhombus, which means isosceles triangle. And in an isosceles triangle, you know that these base angles are equal to each other. So from your whole original 180 degrees in a triangle, subtract away your vertex angle of 73 and divide whatever's left over in 2. So you have 2 equal angles. Number 4. Okay, so if this little bitty angle here is 2x minus 1, well, so is the one above it, because these guys are the same. Now what I know is that this entire angle on the top and this one next to it are supplementary, so they add to 180. But remember, I'm going to have this angle here plus this angle, but I need that angle twice. That's how I'm going to solve this one. Add up all my x's, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8x. 28, that's minus, did a plus, that's minus. 28 minus 2, that's 26. Minus 26. Do some of this math on the calculator. So it'll be 180 minus 26. Whatever that answer is has to be divided by 8, 19.25. 154 divided by 8. $19.25. Moving on. Number 5. Home stretch. We're almost done. Oh, hey, these guys are equal to each other. This one I can do. 2x plus 16 equals 3x minus 2x. Add the 2. 18 is equal to x. That's a good one. Down here, we're going to solve for the missing variables. Let's see what's going to happen. So now, these guys are across from each other. Those are my x's. Let's set it up. So 5x minus 2 equals x plus 14. And that's 4x plus 2 is equal to 16x is equal to 4. I'm going to plug it in because I didn't like what happened last time. 18, 20 minus 2 is 18. Okay, so that works. Let's find the y's. These guys are equal. So 3y minus 3 equals 2y plus 4. Y, when they subtract this way, add 3, so that's 7. Y is equal to 7. I'm going to plug it in. So it's 14 plus 4, that's 18. 21 minus 3 is also 18. This one works. What I think happened here is that was a mistake by the textbook. But we're going to let that slide because we're forgiving people. So hopefully these examples helped you. Please do the quizzes sometime and have a nice day. Take care.